to work through this, it won't let me write on the screen. So any kind of writing, I'll have to go over here to the Smartboard software and write on here to explain it and kind of toggle back and forth between the two. But we'll start here with number one. Um, your question says a graph of a function f is shown below. Find f of 2.7. Well, the number inside the parentheses is your x value, because usually it's find f of x. So f of 2.7, we're looking for when x is 2.7, what is the y? So when x is 2.7, that'd be right down here on this graph. It'd be negative 3.587. So my answer for number one is going to be A, negative 3.587. Number two, same type of thing. They want me to find g of negative 2. That's my x value right here. When my x value is negative 2, they want to know what is the y value. So when x is negative 2, y is positive 2. So my answer for number 2 would be D. Number 3, find f of 0. Again, the same thing. When x is 0, my y value is 2. So when x is 0, my y value is 2. My answer would be B. F of 0 would equal 2. Determine whether the graph is a function or not. On these, you're looking for a vertical line test. Like, would a vertical line cross it more than once? And I don't know why that went down like that. But in number 4, this is the graph of a function. So my answer would be yes. A vertical line would not cross it more than once. Number 5 is not a function, because a vertical line going right down through here would hit this function twice. If you look where this hand is going, it would hit it 2 times, so that's no for number 5. Number 6 is a yes, because everywhere it would only hit it 1 time. Even at this place right here, it would only hit it once, because 1 is darkened in and 1 is not. So there's really only hitting 1 point there. So my answer for number 6 is yes. But here in number 7, it's no, because if I were to draw a line like right here on the axis, on the y-axis, it would hit this point here, and then it'd hit another point down here, so there's some overlap there. So number 7 is going to be a no. Number 8 is a yes. No matter where I draw that, it's going to be a function. All right, number 9 and 10 want to know the domain and range of the graph. So domain is your from left to right. So the domain of this is going from 0 to 1 with brackets on both sides. So if I look at that, my only answer is A. But let me just check. The range is going from 0 to 2, which also is the answer for 9A. Number 10, the domain from left to right is negative 3 to 2. Negative 3 should have a bracket because of the closed circle. Positive 2 should have a parentheses because of the open circle. And it looks like C is the only one that has that, but let's check the range as well. Range should be from negative 2 with a bracket to positive 3 with a parentheses, which is also the answer in letter C. Number 11. Domain is from, they don't have arrows on the end, but it's indicated. If there's not a dot, then it means it keeps on going. Domain is from negative infinity to positive infinity, and the range is from negative infinity up to and including 3. So that would be C would be my answer here. And number 12, domain is from left to right, from negative pi, looks like it's keeping on going, to infinity. Why does that not say that? Oh, that's not keeping on going. That's still the axis. I'm not watching. The graph is just this part. It ends right there. So from negative pi to 2 pi is my domain. So my answer is going to be D, but let me check the range as well. From negative 3 to positive 3 would be the range, so my answer is D. Saw that arrow over there, and I thought it kept on going, but that's just the axis. Increasing, decreasing, and constant. It looks to me, again, there should be arrows on the end here. It's just indicated there because there's no ending point, but it is decreasing from negative infinity to negative 1 and increasing from negative 1 to infinity. From negative 1 to infinity, it's increasing. Here we go, C, and decreasing from negative infinity to negative 1. They said increasing before decreasing. All right, this particular one, they have increasing and decreasing and constant. Increasing from, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4 to infinity. Decreasing from negative infinity to negative 4. and constant from -4 to +4. So my answer would be D. Number 15, got a lot of things going on here. First, it's constant from -5 to -2, and if you look, there's only one choice that's constant from -5 to -2. But let's make sure that that's the right answer. Then it's increasing from -2 to 0. Then it's decreasing from 1 to 3, and it's increasing again from 3 to 5. So my answer is B. Okay, relative maxima and minimas, and when it's increasing and decreasing, there's a relative maximum here. It's a value of 1 when x is 0. So it looks like B is going to be my answer choice. Well, it's also here. Relative maximum of 1 when x is 0. Whoops. There's a relative minimum of -3 when x is 2. So my answer is not B because that said no relative minimum. It'd be D. Relative minimum of -3 when x is 2. It's increasing from -infinity to 0. Then it's decreasing from 0 to 2. And it's increasing again from 2 to infinity. So -infinity to 0, 2 to infinity, increasing, decreasing, 0 to 2. My answer is D. Number 17. If you graph x squared minus 4, let's take a look at what that would look like. Calculator here. Y equals x squared minus 4. And this particular graph has a, if I move this out of the way, has a minimum here. Second trace, a minimum. I need a left bound and a right bound. You can probably see what the minimum is. It's 0, -4, but in case you can't see that point, it is at, okay, I'm glad it did this. This is really 0. Anytime you see an E -6, it's 0.000001, which is really 0. 0, -4 is my minimum. So I have a minimum value of -4 that happens when x is 0. My answer over here, there's a minimum of -4 at x is 0, which is D. Number 18, 2 minus the absolute value of x, y equals, this is good if you've forgotten how to do absolute value, it's 2 minus, the absolute value is math, and go over to number, absolute value of x, graph that. It has a relative maximum right here, so that's that maximum value, you can likely locate it, it's 0, 2, so there's a maximum value of 2 when x is 0, relative maximum of 2 at x is 0, which is D. Number 19, -x squared plus 8x minus 15, -x squared, is it plus 8x? Plus 8x minus 15, plus 8x minus 15, graph that. Alright, get this out of the way. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So I have a maximum value of 1 when x is 4. So maximum value of 1, and it's C. Be careful because this one has 1 at x equals 4, but it's a minimum. So it's a maximum of 1 at x is 4. My answer is C. Alright, then scroll down here a little bit. Where did I go? That's number 19. Number 20. Well, absolute value of x plus 4 minus 1. Y equals the absolute value, which is math, go over the number, x plus 4 in here, and then minus 1 out here, x plus 4 minus 1, and we graph that. There is a minimum value of -1 when x is -4. You can do the minimum if you need to. So my answer is there's a minimum value of -1. it's probably at x equals negative 4. I wonder if it's negative 1. Yeah, it wouldn't be 1.2. So negative 1 at x equals negative 4. So that's B. 21, is this even or odd or neither? This happens to be odd. If you were to take this paper and turn it exactly upside down, it would look the same. If you'll notice, this goes to this. This matches with this. Everything is rotated around the origin. So this one, my answer will be C, odd. This is going to be neither. If I turn it upside down, it's not going to look the same. I can't fold it on the y-axis to make it even. So that's not either one. 23, 24, and 25, they want you to do these on your calculator. So real quickly, I'm going to type it in. I'm going to pause it and type it in, and then I'll probably need to show you how to type it in. Negative 0.92x squared, go to your y equals negative 0.92x squared plus the absolute value of x. So plus, and then I hit math and go over to number, absolute value of x, and then minus 1. Minus 1. Graph that. It appears even to me. It looks like this y-axis is a line of symmetry. To double check it, go to your table. If you get the same thing for, whoops, go to your table. I don't know why that went back. If you get the same thing for negative 4 as you do for positive 4, and negative 3 and positive 3, and negative 2 and positive 2, these are the same. That means it's an even function. So this one's even for 23, even. 24x plus 13 over x, y equals x plus 13 over x is what appears to me to be odd. If you're not quite sure, you could turn your paper over and see what it looks like, but you can also check your table. And how this looks is negative 3 or even negative 2, I can't see positive 3, but negative 2 and positive 2, they have opposite signs. Negative 1 and positive 1 have opposite sides. See how negative 3 is negative 22/3? That positive 3 is going to be positive 22/3. And they're opposites, so that's an odd function. And then finally, number 25, 7x to the 4th plus 2x plus 8. 7x to the 4th plus 2x plus 8. We take a look at that one. 7x to the 4th plus 2x, whoops, not up there, delete, delete, plus 2x plus 8. And graph that. That doesn't look even or odd to me, and I can check here in the table just to make sure. But if you look, see how negative 1 is 13 and positive 1 is 17, and everything's slightly off, so it's not even or odd. All right, that's your review. Good luck on your test tomorrow.